When I first started trading, I was so frustrated. I would lose every single day, and it was rare that I had a win streak. And when I did, I would lose all that win streak in one day of trading. That was miserable. It's taken me so long to find anything that worked for me, and even longer to be consistent at it, and then even longer to make profitability. But I want to share with you all of the habits that I've learned over the past 5 years to help me get to where I'm at today, to be in a spot where I feel confident in my trading every single day. Hide your P&L. Just start doing it. Your profit and loss, if you're constantly looking at every single second when you're in a trade, for the majority of all of you, it is not helping you because you start to trade your P&L. If you're up a little bit, you might not want to give back some of those gains. So you want to lock some more in on winning trades and you diminish your profits. Or you're in an uncomfortable spot, you're in a losing trade, but it hasn't hit your stop and you're looking at your P&L and you're making decisions by looking at that, saying, I don't want to give that away, or I don't want to make it a red day. There's so many reasons. As you can see, if you have your P&L up, if it impacts you in any way, please just get rid of it. There's gonna be someone who comments below and says, that doesn't bother me. Well, good for you, but for the majority of people, I promise you, if you hide it, it will help you because you'll start to trade the chart, your plan, over your profit and loss. Always know where are you wrong. Before you even make a decision, before you even press the trigger, before you even think about even thinking that this is a trade, ask yourself, if it did X, would I be wrong? You need to answer that. What would that mean? What would X have to be for you to be wrong? Whatever that answer is, make sure to have your stop where that number is. Always ask, where am I wrong? So that way then, when you start to plan your trade and you get in, you know the answer to the most important question, where are you wrong, and you get out when that is breached. That's gonna save your account and it's gonna enable you to control your risk. You want to be able to control your losses. If you have losses that are erratic and you don't really know what your losses will be on every single trade, every single day, then you literally have no control. And therefore, on the one thing you can control, you're not even trying to. Instead, you're trying to control your profits. And that's not going to work for you because you can't predict what's going to happen. So please, know where you're wrong. Put your stop there. Listen to yourself, that gut right now that's telling you what you like to trade, start focusing there and then really narrow in what does that actually look like? What is that criteria? What needs to happen for me to feel this greatness that I am attracted to this type of trade? Then you'll know your style, your strategy, and you'll start to learn it and focus on it. And what you're gonna do is focus on one strategy that already vibes well with you because you've been looking at the market for quite some time. If you haven't and you only been looking at the market for like a month, then this isn't for you, this part. But you need to know, you need to look at the market every single day so you can build this subconsciousness of being able to see something that you recognize. That's huge. Every trader who is successful knows what I'm talking about. They recognize it right away when they see their trade. Make sure you listen to yourself and start focusing on what you're attracted to, please, and only trade that. Create a plan and stick to it. I have met hundreds, if not thousands of traders at different conferences, in my show, interviewing traders from the good to the great to the not so good to the terrible trader. The reason I'm telling you this is because you need to understand that the difference is how strong they stick to their plan versus how a plan doesn't even exist, how they have a plan, but they don't really stick to it all the time. So they're just kind of breaking even. So they're making some money, but not sticking to the plan all the time like this guy. So you need to stick to your plan. You are probably nervous every time you get in a trade and you're probably scared that you're going to be wrong. But remember, the only thing you can't control is what we talked about, where you are wrong, and put your stop there. Everything else you can't. So you gotta let the trade play out. There have been so many traders that I've seen who actually know how to trade, who actually know what to look for and how to execute, but they cannot actually do it. So please, something that has helped me dramatically are range orders. Once you get in your trade, put a range order for where you're wrong, for the stop loss, and the range order will ask you, where do you take profits? Put that and leave it. Close the platform. Walk away. Do something else because you have to build this in you. It's not normal for us to do things with uncertainty. We don't like it. We like control. And so therefore, what you end up doing is trying to control the trade, like trying to oh, don't go lower, I'm gonna cut it. it and then you lose more or lose on an unnecessary loss because it never hit your stop. Or it goes higher and you're like, come on, go higher, guy. And then you get nervous because you want to get rid of it and there's no need to take profits because it hasn't hit a key level on the chart, or it doesn't even make sense to move your stop up to break even. All of that is control. You're trying to control your profits. Instead, let it flow. And the only thing you can control is your stop loss, how much you're willing to lose. Remember, this is a game of odds and probability. It's very hard to do. I get it. It's easy to say what you need to do, but it's harder to implement. Know that it is. Know the difference we talked about, and understand if you can get closer to sticking to your plan, the closer you'll get to finding success.
I want to take this time to say thank you to our sponsor, Cobra Trading.
Cobra Trading is the go-to broker for day traders and short sellers. And I'm not the only one saying this. In fact, Benzinga awarded Cobra Trading as the go-to broker for short selling. They have a heavy focus on direct market access order routing, so you have the fastest execution. They have some of the best locate prices and availability. They also have amazing customer service. I've experienced many different brokers, and it's why I use them every single day and why I'm proud to have them as our sponsor. Sign up now by clicking the Be the Trader referral link below and earn 1 free month of software with Cobra and 25% off all commissions. Now let's get back to the show. Whatever you're risking right now, cut that in half. In fact, probably cut that and divide it by 10. So if you're risking $100, you should be risking $10 because this takes time. If I didn't risk so small at the beginning, I would not be here right now on YouTube sharing my journey with you. I wouldn't be. I'd be completely broke. And I blew up many accounts. And when I blew up all those accounts, they were small accounts. You got to be willing to lose. And guess what? Over time, you'll get used to it and it won't bother you so much. But you have to survive long enough so that way you can thrive later. Check the overall market every single day. You have to check the overall market to get a sentiment of what the overall market is doing. It can help you understand how you can position your trade for that day. If the overall market is breaking all-time highs and your stock that you're watching is breaking a key level of resistance to the upside, if that happens, that could help fuel your move even more, and you could be in a trending day where the market is on your side and you can ride your profits much further. That's something that didn't hit me actually for a long time. I used to never look at the overall market, but now I do every single day because it can help guide how much risk on I want and how much risk off I need to be based off the overall market. Please check the federal news. Make sure there's no important representative speaking like Powell or the president speaking that can impact the market. Please understand that. You need to make sure you at least know what's upcoming. And speaking of news, if you're swing trading, make sure you know when earnings is, even if you're day trading. If you know earnings is tomorrow, you better not hold that day trade overnight and turn it into a swing trade. You need to know what's gonna happen in the stock that you're in. If you're trading Tesla, you better make sure you follow Elon Musk so that way you kind of get a feel if he does something stupid, you know why the stock is being erratic. Upload all of your stats. I use TraderView. There's a link below. It does help me out a bit, but it's gonna help you out a ton. You can click them, check them out. They're a great platform. You upload all your trades and it gives you great statistics. And you'll start to know maybe you're only good in the first 30 minutes of the day, the first hour of the day, the last hour of the day. That way you just focus there. I have a friend of mine named Ricky Analog who actually told me a story of his mentor telling him that if you know when the best time is to go fishing, why would you go any other time and not just the specific time when you're guaranteed to catch a fish? That's what you need to be focused on. Now, you also want to make sure that you smash that like button and hit subscribe, especially if you like this type of content. And the other thing is, please know that trading is not black and white. It's not. It isn't this way all the time. This way all the time. This strategy always works like this. This strategy always works like this. The market is constantly changing. It's a river. It's always flowing. If you step in a river, 1 second, past the next second, past the next second, you're in a different river. It's always changing. That is what's happening in the market. So understand that and be flexible. What I'm saying is, with my strategy, with almost anyone's strategy, it doesn't work perfectly all the time, but it does work most of the time. But you just have to be flexible. Meaning, if you're always trying to buy and make everything so perfect, like if you know support's at $1, you're trying to buy $1 every single time and risk 99 cents, you're gonna be a frustrated trader and it's gonna be very demoralizing. Please understand, after the fact, when you review trades, everything is perfect because you know what happened. But in the moment, it is not perfect. So give yourself wiggle room. If you know where you're wrong, always give yourself a little buffer So that way, just in case there's fake outs, because there will be fake outs, you gotta be able to accept that. And remember this, the best loser wins. That means the easier you can lose and not let it impact your mindset, so you can learn from the mistakes, from the loss, and grow instead of beating yourself up, being upset, and carrying that the next day. You're carrying all the lessons you learned to improve. All the best athletes lose. Everyone you look up to has their string of losses. Every single one. Even the traders to this day. Even the traders who are in the history books. They have their losses, no matter how good they are. They can lose very well. They don't carry that with them. They wipe their slate clean and they're able to focus because they understand that every single moment is a new moment. So be present and good luck.